This man had become the savior. Looking at the limited edition clothes in the mirror, he was actually a bit satisfied. But Jack's main job was as a congressman. With this kind of appearance, he would easily be chased away by the doorman as a homeless person before even entering the office. So, he made a decision that went against God. He combed his hair to look like that of a normal person and neatly tidied up his beard. However, when he dressed up neatly and walked out of the house, the clothes disappeared without a trace.
Cold today, huh?
No! Stop!
Jack ran back home in shame. When he returned to his room, all the clothes suddenly vanished. After seeing the note left by God, he realized that he couldn't go out without wearing the robe. But an adult never makes a choice. Jack first put on the robe and then put on a suit over it. In this way, both sides should be satisfied. He rushed to the meeting eagerly, but the next moment, God turned him back to his original form. As the savior, building the ark was Jack's most important task. However, when everyone heard the prophecy of the great flood, they just regarded it as a ridiculous joke. His wife didn't understand him either and left with the children overnight. In the blink of an eye, Jack was left alone. Looking at the unfinished ark, he could only continue building it with the animals. Countless media came over, wanting to know what this crazy man was going to do. Everyone treated him as a joke. The news broadcasts and the ridicule of passersby made his wife feel very uncomfortable. Seeing that the family was in a trust crisis, God appeared in time to enlighten his wife. The chicken soup for the soul had a remarkable effect, and the family was reunited again, ready to jointly complete the construction of the ark. By this time, Jack's hair and beard had turned white, as if a real god had descended, and all the animals had also assembled and miraculously joined the construction team. With their help, the ark was quickly completed. Jack stood at the entrance, holding a scepter high, and the animals boarded the ship in an orderly manner one after another. This scene was truly incredible, but still, no one believed the prophecy about the great flood, until the day of the prophecy arrived. But the weather seemed perfectly normal and it was sunny. Congress determined that Jack was crazy and immediately ordered the police to demolish the ark. But at that moment, the sky darkened, and the distant dam collapsed with a loud crash. Tens of thousands of tons of floodwater came roaring in and submerged the entire mountain forest in an instant. The people who had been laughing at him were now scared and scrambled to get on the ark. The cabin door closed at the last moment, and Jack's ark officially set sail. The flood destroyed the entire city. The huge waves carried the ark and directly reached the entrance of Congress with a clear purpose. It turned out that Jack's superior was the person in charge of the dam. He had taken bribes during the approval of the dam's construction, causing the dam to become a shoddy project. If God hadn't chosen Jack to build the ark, the consequences would have been unimaginable. Now that the truth had come to light, the corrupt official was arrested and sent to prison. Jack also returned to his original position and went back to his ordinary family life. However, after this incident, the relationship within the family became even stronger. At this time, he finally understood God's intention. Disasters were never a punishment from the gods, but an infinite magnification of human greed. If one wants to truly change the world, one needs to start with small things and begin by changing oneself and the people around.